We're just here with Dylan from Harvest Moon. Can you tell us a little bit about what you do with Harvest Moon and what your business is all about?
Yeah, so I'm crop production manager for onions at Harvest Moon, so everything from agronomy operations to growing. And I guess we grow about 13 different vegetables and one fruit in our business, based in Tasmania, farms in Tasmania and New South Wales, and also operating in Victoria and Queensland as well with marketing divisions.
That's terrific. What are you expecting to see and sort of get out of being at Hort Connections this week?
Look, Hort Connections is a not to miss event, I think, for all of us in the industry. Great opportunity to come together, connect with existing connections, make new ones, and particularly this week, you know, we're all continuing looking to innovate, and that's what this event's all about. So where we can be cutting costs in labour efficiency with technology, and certainly, at the moment, fertilisers are top of mind.
And any other sort of issues and constraints you've got going on in the business that you'd be keen to talk about for a minute?
Oh, look, not too different to everyone. We can't solve the supply issue. The +1 serve, though, we must all get onto that as Australia. That would solve most of our issues as growers, I think, nearly overnight if there was more demand in Australia. But certainly, while there isn't, we've got to be more efficient in how we produce things. So fertiliser, technology, automation, all the things here on display at the event.
Right. Thanks very much, Dylan. Appreciate it.
And I'm sitting here with Matt from Liquid Systems. And Matt, how are you finding Hort Connections this year?
I think, it's an excellent turnout this year. I think the organisers have done a great job. They've revamped the program a little bit, and I think that's been reflected in increased numbers of delegates and displays. And I think we've had a really, really interesting panel of speakers and presentations, so I think it's going very, very well.
Well, that is great. And look, Hort is very, very important to us because of our association with Lullamont. But where you've actually got a bit of a relationship with New Edge Microbials is in the rhizobia space and in the broadacre side of things.
Yeah, we do a lot of work in the broadacre business. We're probably better known for that. We also do work in the Hort side of things. I guess where we've been able to be particularly successful is in delivery of microbes in a very, very gentle and but accurate basis. We're the only manufacturer in the market that uses the style of pump we do, which is a piston diaphragm pump. And the reason that has some importance is that piston diaphragm pumps are much more gentle on microbial products, but also give excellent performance in terms of flow rates across the spectrum of RPM.
Look, liquid injection is so easy, and it's literally more accurate than a lot of other ways of applying rhizobia. What's the trend in the liquid injection side of things? It's sort of on the increase across the country?
It's interesting. So one of the biggest learnings that I had when I joined the company was by being able to liquid inject the rhizobia, it means the rhizobia is not only being treated not only on the seed, but also through the root zone as well, because we're treating the whole furrow, not just the seed. The second thing I learnt was, and it kind of makes sense when you think about how we traditionally have applied our rhizobia on the seed and then stick it in an air seeder box for 6 or 7 hours, make it nice and hot, and then hopefully it doesn't clog as it goes through the air seeder. And by the time it gets to the furrow, we still hope that some of those rhizobia are still alive. The fact that they are amazes me. But by being able to liquid inject, you're getting fresh rhizobia all the way through the root zone. So there's more opportunity for that little happy accident to happen when the root meets the rhizobia, and you get your nodulation performance, which we've seen some fantastic results in.
And we feel like the liquid injection is more probably the best way of introducing that bacillus, like into the broadacre side of things. There's a lot of growers this year that have actually taken up the opportunity to actually use our start product in conjunction with the rhizobia. The liquid injection side of things for other products in that space, like have you found there's other products potentially or opportunities there?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have a multi-product ability, which means some products don't get on so well together in the same tank, and they need to be placed at a different area in relation to the seed. So we can actually do that. So quite often we'll see growers experimenting with, say, microbials or some rhizobias, getting that bacterial activity back into the soil. So that mycorrhiza and the lack thereof has been from soils that have been pulverised and treated a bit poorly that we have done in the last 50 years. And so we're starting to see very much a turn in growers' attitudes to soil health, to make sure it's not just about chucking product at the problem, it's about trying to look after that soil health as a whole.
And with the oil situation or the straight moose debacle, there's a lot more interest in potentially where nitrogen might be coming from and how important these biological products are.
Yeah, I think the current world crisis has forced growers to think a little bit differently and a little bit outside the square. And I think the pricing pressure we've seen on the traditional products has forced growers to say, well, okay, what else can I do? And can I apply my products more accurately by using a different method rather than, say, a traditional granular, which we would compare to using a shotgun, whereas we want to use a rifle and make sure we put it exactly where it needs to be. And we've got a lot of our case studies outline our growers have been able to grow a lot more with less. And also then you incorporate, as I said, the total soil health package by saying it's not just your NPK argument, it's the whole soil health. And so growers are starting to think a little bit better about microbial activity, some of the trace elements and that kind of stuff. So we're seeing a lot of that. Whilst we're not agronomists, we don't make agronomic recommendations, that's what we see our growers using our products to apply.
Yeah, I must admit, growers are becoming a lot more aware the importance of rhizobia and a well-inoculated legume crop in their rotation, because it's been many, many years now that the departments and CSIRO and GRDC have proven that the benefits are exponential. Like a $10 spend on rhizobia can mean many, many, many extra dollars, like return as far as nitrogen and yield in the long run.
Yeah, we think about the cost of units of nitrogen and being able to promote the nitrogen fixing that we get from the legumes, which we have seen really, really strong evidence by treating the legumes with in-furrow application of rhizobia. Obviously, as I said before, getting the fresher rhizobia and the better coverage through the root zone means that wonderful thing called that nitrogen fixing can happen. And with the current pricing, not only do you have a wonderful nitrogen fixing matter going on below the surface, but above the surface you've got a really, really healthy plant that also comes up, it generally emerges a lot more evenly, and from that we get a more even flowering, and from even flowering means we have an even maturity and even harvest. So you're not waiting for your last 20% of your crop to mature whilst the first 20% start to shell out.
Yeah.
And so that's one of the other benefits that we have. In the following year, obviously your nitrogen reserves and your general soil health is a lot more enhanced as well. And I don't think we put enough dollar value on that, to be honest with you.
Yeah. And look, I must admit, anything and everything I've ever had to do with equipment over the years, liquid injection has always been up there with a quality aspect. And that's who we want to align ourselves with, is companies that are actually helping us deliver our product in a really precision, precise, accurate sort of a way. And Matt, you're a pleasure to do business with. Thank you for your time, and hopefully you'll have a good couple of days at Hort Connections.
Thank you very much, Brendan. Lovely to be here and appreciate the partnership and the opportunity.
Hello Val, thanks for taking some time out of your day. Tell us what you're doing here, what's happening?
Hi Tom, so we're Result Group, we're a packaging supplier. You can see a couple of machines here behind us, but probably the most exciting is our laser machine, and we'll laser fruits and vegetables live here. Australian Sweet Potato Growers Association is launching their campaign.
Obviously, I can see the benefit off the rip there. You don't have to do physical labelling, right? So a laser having the fact that you've got on there in real time, and people not eating an Apple label, for example. What are the, challenges, obviously beyond the financial one, to invest in something like a laser equipment? What are some of the challenges that you see that growers might be, that you could help alleviate, that this kind of technology will help resolve?
Look, it's innovation, right? So innovation is something that people are looking for, but at the same time, when they see it in front of them, they go, oh, do I really need it? Do I have to change, the whole production line? So maybe that's the challenges. But this year we see more and more growers coming up, to our stand and really, asking, what's the price of the machine? What do we need for it? Do we need to change our production line? And no, you don't have to do that.
Can this laser technology be used on something that might have a starchy outer, or like things like garlic or onions that has an outer layer that may not make it from the farm to the end consumer at the supermarket?
Absolutely, yes. Yes, the question is yes. Could be garlic, could be ginger, any other fresh produce. Pretty much works on everything.
Awesome. Well, thanks for your time. Appreciate it. Thanks, James. It's great to be here at the 2026 Hort Connections. Tell us about yourself and what's happening here at Foodbank.
Thanks, Tom. I'm from Foodbank Australia, so we work with many charities and schools throughout Australia and distribute into them anything from, in the agriculture sector, anything that doesn't meet spec for the retailers or other markets. We'll move that through our network and distribute and feed a lot of Aussies around the country. So we actually feed 1 million Aussies per month.
And obviously we're relying on donations from growers and I guess food groups. Tell us a little bit about that process and anyone that may have, I guess, leftovers that they can supply to Foodbank.
Yeah, actually many of our growers are around at Hort, whether they're exhibiting or on the floor. They're walking around chatting to us about essentially looking at basically donating product on a consistent basis for us. So we basically want a lot of food coming on a regular basis so we know what's coming next. So the likes of Matolo, Zarella, Perfection Fresh, Premier Fresh, all will give us a committed donation throughout the months ahead so we know what's sort of coming. And it helps us forecast what to distribute that month.
Thanks for that. And obviously families now are feeling the pinch at the moment, cost of living and everything else. Are you seeing there's a greater demand for Foodbank?
Yeah, definitely. At the moment, in certain states more than others, but you see it, more and more people coming through the door. Every interest rate hike really means a lot more people are having to come into use our service. So we're after obviously more food, fruit and veg coming through our network to feed a lot of nutritious food to our network as well.
And now how can people find out more? If you're a grower that you haven't donated before, tell us a little bit about the process and find out more. Yeah,
you can reach out to myself. I run our national accounts. We also have a team in each of the states, so you can reach out to them. All our information's on our website, foodbank.org.au. You can also reach out to myself, James Tricky, and I can direct you in the right way from there on.
Awesome. Thanks so much for your time. Appreciate it.
With our company, OFI Weigh and Inspection, we build checkwares, metal detectors for the fruit and veg industry, but we've also developed a range of intelligent weighing systems that reduce labour for growers and packers and also reduces the giveaway. So what we can do with our weighing equipment, we can put money back into the pockets of the people that produce it, and that's where we see the big benefit moving forward.
Thank you. What do you think about this week at the Hort Connections here? What are you sort of interested in talking to your customers about?
Well, look, we like it as a meeting point because every producer comes to one place every year. They all meet up. Everyone has a bit of fun. It's outside of the fields or outside of the pack houses.
Yep.
What we're interested in is showcasing the products we have developed here in Australia that can help these producers save money and increase yields. So that's what we've come here to showcase and meet all the people we've been working with for the past 10, 15 years.
Yeah. No, thanks for your time. Appreciate it.
Perfect.
Thanks,
Cheers.
Darren.
Thanks for your time, mate. Tell us what's happening here. What are you excited about and what are you all about?
Yeah, g'day. Thanks, Tom. My name's Alex Smith. I'm from Ecorobotix. We're a Switzerland-based company who have just launched here in Australia and New Zealand a little under 12 months ago. Basically what we are is we're a ultra-high precision spot sprayer. So we use AI and the power of that to detect a plant, and we will train an algorithm to say what is a plant and what's a weed, and then we have the ability to separate and spray the weed, or even potentially add a foliar fertilizer to the plant itself and not anything else.
Tell us a bit, I guess, you're talking about AI. Is it species selective, or how does that work from a grower's point of view?
Yeah, so basically with the AI, we will go and, let's use onions for an example, we will go and capture onion images or context in pictures from around the world. So then we know what an onion looks like all the way through its different growth stages. And then after that, we build a commercial algorithm that's for sale across the world. And then with that, you can then have the ability to spray in that crop a monocot or a diacot or all weeds, or, as I said before, turn around and spray a pesticide or a foliar fertilizer on just the crop itself. So AI is really just helping improve our chemical use and our plant treatments by really reducing the amount of chemical and herbicide we're using. It improves overall plant health, which then of course leads to yield. We're basically a company that was founded by people in the vegetable industry wanting to take away wanting to fix some of the challenges that the industry faced, whether that be chemical use, manual labour, poor plant health, things like that. So this machine addresses all of those factors.
Great, so you got obviously reduction in your chemical load, possibly some MRL benefits of that over time?
Yeah, correct. So, I mean, we have studies out there. It's up to 95% chemical reduction over your plants or over your whole crop. So that's a significant saving. Obviously, then you're not having the residue effect on the plant itself. So your plant is growing every day of its life rather than being suppressed for a period of time after being sprayed. So your plant health then improves, your soil health improves. But with that plant health, obviously, then you see benefit in yield. So it's just a real good flow-on effect, and it's environmentally friendly as well, which everyone's starting to lean towards.
And I guess, cost of it as well, right? Chemicals, fuel, everything's gone up. Got to be efficient about what we do. Does this have broadacre applications as well?
Yeah, look, I mean, we went into the horticulture market to start. We have now just released a turf model unit, and broadacre / row crop will be the next market we go to look at chasing. So, yeah, look, it's something that's, I think, transferable across anything that needs to be sprayed. And, look, it's really exciting to see where it's going to be.
Thanks for your time, mate. This is awesome. All right, James, thanks for your time, mate. Appreciate it. Tell us a little about yourself and what you'd like to see more at Hort Connections, I guess.
So James from Remmy Australia. Really great time that we're having so far. This year seems to be really excellent quality, so excellent quality customers coming through the door, so we're pretty happy with where we're at the moment. Really happy to introduce our product, get it out amongst the people, so yeah.
So what do you do here? What is Remmy? Tell me about it.
So Remmy Substrates, we supply coir substrates for growing in hydroponics, potting soils, things like that. So soilless potting media, renewable, clean, yeah.
And I guess not only the renewability, you talk about it, obviously now with the cost of fuel, what it is, the cost to make the pot substrates are obviously a lot greater. There's a benefit there, and I guess the transplant shock that you won't have by the fact that you go in the ground. Is there any other benefits that are unique to, I guess, what you're doing?
Yeah, so obviously pathogens, soil pathogens, keeping it clean, keeping it stable, ready to go. As you mentioned, transplant shock, all of those things combined, we're able to give a really high quality product, much easier growing for growers.
And are these made locally or they're produced offshore? Tell us about the history of the product.
Yeah, so this company is from India, so everything you see is Indian made. They've been in the industry for over 25 years, so they've been around for a long time. They're big in the bulk material market, and they're really bringing this product to a new demographic for them as well. it's exciting to be part of that journey and growth with them.
Great. I guess from our point of view, NEM, we're an inoculant and manufacturer of biologicals. Is this something that you think would fit well into your system?
Absolutely. So one of the great things about Koya is its ability for biology, other materials to be able to actually substrate, get themselves into that material and release. So do the work that they need to do as a biological. Our Koya substrates give it a really nice base to be able to work.
Awesome. Is there a couple of products that you wanted to talk about specifically, and we'll cut to those in a moment?
Yeah, come and have a look. But by all means, all of our products are really able to absorb that material, easily release it back. And that's what it's about. Root zones, it's all about being able to give back when the plant needs it. And that's what these substrates are able to do.
Awesome. Thanks for your time. Appreciate it, mate.
Thanks, mate.